Hello everyone. Hi, sorry to interrupt conversations. Sounds good though. My name's Jake. I'm the audio smurf from, as you can tell by the blues, from hip hop. Possibly, I don't know, maybe it's the way. Thanks for coming along guys. It's a good little small group, that's good I can chat to personally, which is awesome. I prefer that to huge gaping crowds. So again, welcome. Like I said, my name's Jay. I'm the audio designer here. Find me at any of these things. And also, this is how I kind of view myself. I'm a little bit odd. I'm a strange person. Kind of need to be like that if you want to do audio for o'clock. Because we make some pretty odd things. So that's it. We'll move right along. So these are the titles that I've worked on. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about myself. To start so you get to know me. I was a composer, producer, SFX designer, and a lot of the voice acting as well for all these. So I did a lot of all that stuff. So at Pinnacle, it's a one-stop shop. When you come in as an audio designer, it's only me, and they whip me a lot, and they get out of my cave sometimes, and I have some fun. But I had a lot of fun, especially with the voice acting side of stuff. Well, you pretty much do this or not. And have a good time. So a little bit about me. I started off as an adorable little child back in 1980. That wasn't me in 1980 though, my mum would have been horrified. So I got formed and went to school, did the normal thing. I was a bit of a muso, I played drums, played E-flat bass, which is a huge horn thing. Kind of got into drama school, wanted to do drama, wanted to be a famous actor, and decided to join the army. I have no idea why. I did join the army, installed some discipline, left the army, didn't know what I was going to do with my life again, kind of an existential crisis at 18, 19, and decided to become a DJ. Because anybody could be a DJ back then. And it was a bit of fun. I ended up working for Ministry of Sound, did DJing for them around Australia, ended up working on a couple of cruise ships as their resident DJ, and then ended up being a marketing director for the cruise ships, as well as their promotions manager and marketing director. And then I had another existential crisis, and I thought, well, this is not what I want to do with my life. Why the hell would I want to entertain 50-year-olds and above? Nothing against 50-year-olds and above, of course. But everybody was on those ships with their die. So I decided to go to university. I went to school of audio engineering and learned how to be an audio engineer. Got a diploma in audio engineering, and then went straight back on the cruise ships and became and went back into full-time work as a DJ, got into that sort of stuff again. And then when I turned 30, because this is over a long period of time, of course, turned 30, had another existential crisis, and I decided to become a music producer. And what I did is I went and started teaching myself how to do it all. I went back to my house, I had a bit of a cry, I was in Australia at the time, came back to Mum, said, Mum, I don't want to do this anymore, this is destroying me, everybody's 10 years younger than I am, and I'm drinking lots. And so I came back home, sat on my mum's bed, and said, look, I want to reinvent it. So basically what I did is I started from scratch again. I bought myself a studio, got a little bit of money, bought myself a MacBook Pro, got myself Logic, and I started reteaching myself what essentially is my craft now. But it wasn't that easy, of course. So I got into, how I cut my teeth before I got into game audio is I did a lot of theatre, and I did a lot of country theatre, a lot of Māori theatre, I did a lot of working with Indigenous cultures, especially Māori, of course, especially based here. Worked with some absolutely fantastic people, with Te Matatini, Te Rākau Trust, and Te Aota, all awesome theatre production companies, and all with Māori based and Māori things. Worked on Arahanui, The Greatest Love. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard that. It was a huge production around the Rugby World Cup when we had it here. And it went off. It was a lot of fun. Got meeting some amazing people. We got to play with hundreds of year-old instruments and kawaros and things like that, which was fascinating to record. We managed to break one, which was fascinating. We wanted to record it. It was a 102-year-old thing. And I don't know if my pronunciation is kind of odd when I'm a little bit nervous. It's that thing that you hear. Basically had one of those, and we had stereo mics set up. and swinging this thing around. So you can't imagine what happened. We were sitting in the studio. The guy who owns the studio was there, was looking at it. And we hear, oh, that sounds great. All we hear is this. And we broke down, we walked in there, and it was just in pieces. Microphone was fine, that was alright. But the thing is, that thing was actually worth more than the microphone. So we learn. Don't do it in the room. So I moved from there and ended up into music production. I started producing for a lot of artists. Nathan and Times 2, my two ones that I enjoyed the most. I still do that. I still ghostwrite and produce for heaps of people under various names, as well as I do at Picklock, which is a lot of fun. And then I started my own company, which is called Awesome Source, which is a music production company which I do with this lovely lady here, Brogan Page. She's my business partner and also my fiance, and we make music together. So everything you hear, pretty much, voice-wise, singing-wise, is Brogan. That's her. She does a lot of the writing and singing and stuff like that. And of course, the amazing Picklock, which I'm absolutely fascinated. Love working for her. They're amazing. Awesome company. And how I got into the Picklock trade, a lot of people ask me because I know a lot of audio guys are out there looking for work, and they asked me how did I do it. It was basically I just kept emailing them. And then I emailed a whole bunch of people and I just kept emailing them. And then they eventually got back to me and said, hey, we're actually looking for a role, and would you like to come in? And yeah, sweet, came in, showed all my work, and all my work was too macabre. Like, it was a real dark, depressing stuff, because all the productions I've been working on were Māori, really awesome Māori productions, but they were all about depression and Māori depression stuff. So all the music and all the soundscapes and they were really gross. I mean, as in dark and stuff like that. So they said, well, can you do happy stuff? And I went, yeah, of course. So what I did is I took a video of one of their games, and then I made my own soundtrack to it, my own music to it, and brought it back, and I went, awesome, yes, no, you can do it. So, and then I never heard from them for like 3 months. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they're like, oh, we'll get back to you soon. And what I did is I emailed them again, said, hey, I just wondering what's going on, anything happening? And they said, oh, yeah, sorry, we're just busy, we're doing game jam at the moment, and haven't got back to you. And then Christmas happened, and then January, and then I was like, I'll email again, hey guys, just remember, and they're like, oh yeah, oh shit, sorry, can you start next week? So that's so that just stresses the point of follow-up emails as well, and be nice follow-up emails, because we're busy people, so if you just want to, don't be too persistent. They're like, why haven't you read my email? But it's like, yeah, that's how I got into that. So, where do you start? What am I talking about today? Well, let's start. This guy is going to be cat gifts. Sorry. There's going to be cats, things everywhere, weird stuff happening. So, obviously, establishing talking points through audio. Reason why Picklock hired me is they really wanted someone to champion the audio in their company. They've never had a full-time audio designer in there before. They've had part-time or contractors. And they really wanted someone to come into a culture where they weren't familiar with having somebody in that role. Audio, a lot in gaming, in the gaming industry, is kind of second thought, or I'll check it in later, and I hate that. And so a lot of that, and so what I want to do is I'm here to champion it. I'm here to want people to get excited about audio in games and how audio can be so much better and bigger in a game and be a major talking point and a major factor of the game that helps create virality and helps create people talking about your game. Because that's what we want. We want people talking about it, and if people are talking about it, then they're going to be interested in it. So, by just a show of hands, how many actual soundies are in here? Well, which was musicians, composers, stuff like that. Yeah, cool, awesome. And the rest of these like dev heads or people like that that just want to get involved and know what we do in audio. That's kind of cool. All right, sweet. So and who's just lost? Yeah. And the rest of you just GDC people that are forced to listen to me. That's fine. So like I said, I'm crazy in all aspects about audio and music. I just love it. I love it. I wake up in the morning, I'm in my studio, and then I go to bed, and that's pretty much my life. And I'm very blessed that I get to do it with my partner. Brogan, and we just make music together, and it's fantastic. You know, it's never that smooth when you're doing it with your missus, I can guarantee it, because, you know, and vice versa, you know, we just sometimes just go, oh, it's not working, and then next thing you know, you're sorry, darling, it's a cup of tea, you know, something like that. I love our pieces, we're both quite forward and direct, and because we want the best. So, yeah, so like I said, I'm here to champion audio, and I'm here to help people and want to talk to people about how to make audio, like I said, fantastic. So everyone can get 5 out of 10 audio by just getting stuff off the internet and just chucking it in. But I'm not about that. I'm about people, wanting people to come in and go, did you hear this cool song? Did you hear this cool sound that they did in there? It's really awesome. Check it out. And want people to talk about it. So, what will I be dribbling about today? Well, first of all, audio is important. What it is to me, and should be to you guys because you're here. So hearing is one of our most dominant senses out there. I found that it's important to make audio that immerses your audience and creates talking points. So, like I said before, creating talking points. So people down the street or people just at work, they talk about your game through the fact that you've got audio, or good audio. So this talk also analyses some of the concepts we use creating audio for maybe push the button yet, or Doomsday Clicker, and we need to win it from Monsters, a Metropolis. So who here has played Doomsday Clicker? I know one person has at least. Yeah? No? Not many of you? Okay. Anyone play Dungeon Inc. or Monsters, Metropolis? Yeah, a few people? Cool. That's fine. That's alright. You don't have to know about them. Right. Why does audio fare so well with a variety of media? Well, essentially, we live in a world of sound. This would be a very boring 45 minutes that we couldn't hear anything. So, we were just up here and it was just silent, and we'd just be all going, if you knew that's the applause for deaf people. And it deepens immersion. So, why would it? It deepens immersion for a viewer through providing another sensory experience and supports the atmosphere of text. So, what do we mean by that? So, normal stuff, like you can hear me, I'm talking, my mouth is moving, you expect things to come out of my mouth, you expect sound to come out of my mouth. You don't expect it to sound like a duck, you don't expect it to sound, you know, it's just the normal common stuff. So, if I knock on this wall, it doesn't sound like a cat, you know, so that's basically what that means. Basic stuff. Supporting the atmosphere. Wind, it's raining, so you want rain sound, you want wind sounds and stuff. Music directly accesses the emotional part of the brain, supporting your visual way of eliciting an emotional response in the viewer. It says a lot about text without using any words. So, a lot of sayings out there. Music is what feelings sound like. Music controls the gravity of the emotion. So, talking about this is like music, and as you know, as soundies, that it's just so important that it's setting the tone for what's going on in the game. So I'm not going to dwell on it too much because it's stuff that, you know, we kind of talk about a lot, talk about a lot in my other talk. So it really is talking about the emotional state of it. So we can talk about how we did it in our games as well. And it provides a social and cultural context to a text, giving a sense of time and place. An example of that would be a medieval time movie. There wouldn't be Justin Bieber playing. I hope not. Anyway, so except in the case of A Knight's Tale, which they kind of went opposite of that, but that was not a very good movie, so that doesn't matter. No offense to anyone here who worked on it. So yeah, things like that, like what do you expect in a medieval movie? Anybody know? If you saw a medieval movie, what would you expect to hear, musically wise, in it?
Like horns.
Horns, yeah. Brass, yeah. Medieval, sure be brass. Could be. Maybe no. Depends on the fantasy.
Some kind of twanging, stringing.
Yeah, yeah.
Instruments.
Ouds.
Yeah.
Gregorian chants.
Yeah, Gregorian chants. Yeah. Medieval, definitely. Anything
Percussion? Like
yeah, lots of
deep
percussion.
drums.
That's not. Yeah, no, that's true. Very good. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a bit interactive as well, so. Which is cool, you know, I know soundies sometimes don't like to make noise, but that's a weird thing to me, that's fine, because I always make noise. So, we've got some examples. So, this word is word imagery. What does the music, man, that's so weird. What does the music tell us about the social context of this text. So, I'm just going to get rid of that because I've turned it off. Right, so that's that. Hopefully I can. Yeah. I love when things go perfect. See that? There it is. Woo! Click on that. Feel free to start mosh pit. Step by step. Yeah, good one. Oh, I've got it myself. So, The Hobbit and the social, cultural context of it. What do you guys get out of it? Anyone? So, what do you hear in social? What does this music tell you about this world? Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's Buddha's theme, right? So
of
it's
course.
like,
But you already know that.
what? Yeah, no, but like, it's the same as like at least the place where he's living. Although like his kind of world is very kind of like chill.
Yeah?
It's very like relaxed and
Yeah.
peaceful, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's right. Anyone else? Except for it's fancy. It's
And
got
it's
very,
happy and upbeat.
yeah. Any particular music in today's society, well not today, but in human society?
Sounds European.
European, Celtic. Yeah? So reflects on our own kind of thing of Celtic kind of being that sort of medieval fantasy. So it's obviously we know it's a fantasy, it's Hobbit, so we know that it's set in this time. But in the social cultural context of it, it sets it in a fantasy world. It's using harps, it's using ouds, it's using flutes and stuff like that. It's not dropping down dubstep beats or you know, drop D heavy guitars or anything like that. It's playing stuff that is, you know, culturally and works with that, what's going on there. So, yeah, let's have a look. Kind of spoiled the next one. So, example, the Imperial March, also an example of Wagner, in that motif. How does this enhance the emotional response to the scene? So, we're talking about the emotional, we're not just talking about music here, we're also talking about the sound design, we're also talking about the aesthetics and the atmosphere of the whole thing. So, when I play this, what's happening here and how does what emotions does it elicit and such for?
Main station, this is SD321, code clearance blue. We're starting our approach to deactivate the security shield.
Security deflective shield will be deactivated when we have confirmation of your code transmission. Stand by. You are clear to proceed.
We're starting our approach.
Inform the commander the Lord Vader shuttle has arrived. Send. Vader, this is I.
Right, one of my favourite scenes, I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. So, emotional response. What do you guys feel when you see that scene?
They're using a really like sinister, sort
Yeah.
of key, so it feels impressive
Yeah,
and sort of threatening, I guess.
yeah. Anything else?
Imposing traits?
Sorry?
Imposing.
Yeah, posing.
It's like fear and tension, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they use the same in the same in the first two movies as well, right? Like
Yeah,
and
but whose theme is that? Like Imperial March and that song, that's Darth, yeah? So yeah.
So like you've seen, at least for the audience at the time, like they'd seen Darth and sort of like they had like that music at the time.
You knew who was on that ship. I mean, if you hadn't seen that movie, but you seen the film, you knew who was on that ship.
Yeah.
Before that ship was landing.
I mean, you could cut out the dialogue and just have the music playing, and you'd know who was going to come down the road.
Yeah, that's right. It's it's man.
Also, reckon like they build suspense by playing the theme like before you can see him.
Yeah,
And they
that's
play
right.
it like over and over again before you can see him.
And they played it how many times?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Like three different times. Like they set it up.
yeah.
They saw it when the ship was landing, and then when he landed, it was a light version. So when he's coming down, he's walking down. And you're like, that kind of creeps you out a bit because he's like supposed to be this important person, but it's his theme playing. So, the Imperial March, one of the greatest things in the world. And you guys are all right. I don't have to talk anymore about it, so because you pretty much nailed it. So, the Imperial March is the emotional response and it's greed. It's fear. This person has a commanding presence. He's second in charge of the galaxy, essentially. Yes.
I just have a question, like the term leitmotif, is that like associating a particular music thing, like a theme in your...
Well, I was going to get on to that, but yes, the Wagner's leitmotif is basically that's the theme, his theme. Yeah. So when you, I get into it a little bit, but I'll touch on it, is that basically you make theme music for particular characters in a movie. For example, Luke has his own theme, Leia has her own theme, Han Solo has her own theme. So if you know a little bit about music, and you understand music, you actually know already who Rey is associated to in the current Star Wars by listening to her music. So I wouldn't tell you. So go research that, find out who Rey is because there's motifs and things in her music and the new Star Wars that she's associated with. So very interesting. So go check that out. So yeah, motifs. I talked about it briefly. Right. Can I go this? No. There we go. Let's go with that. All right. So, John Wick. John Wick 2. Who hasn't seen it? I'm sorry. It doesn't spoil much. So basically, we're going to talk about atmosphere. So this we're going to talk about what happens in this scene. We're going to talk about the atmosphere of the scene and what's going on. It's a great movie for action, great movie for all sorts of cool stuff. I like it because I like violence, but that's fine. that pretty much sums up a lot of things in that, how they talk about all three stuff, but we're going to talk about the atmosphere here. So, the atmosphere and music, what do we feel that happens there? So, what do we like about it? Anybody give me notes on little tricks and things they did?
Yeah, low pass filter over the.
Yeah, when they were talking? Yeah, and the music, the background music also became what everyone was dancing to, what everyone was partying to as well, and then when you jump on stage, you shot someone, and everyone cheered, and it was like all part of the whole scene, you know, so they managed to bring in that suspense build-up too, just before he was about to shoot everybody, little things like that.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how there's two really different types of intensity going on. You've got
Yeah.
the intensity of the crowd who's
Yeah.
focused on the music,
Yeah.
but then you've got the intensity of the fighting itself.
Yeah.
They all kind of blend into one.
Yeah, that's right. And then they bring it all together, and then it's just everyone's just partying, thinking it's a good time. Let's just blow heads up. It's great fun. Yeah, so exactly right. There's a lot of stuff that went on there. First of all, obviously the practical effects, the sounds of the guns going off, the sounds of the crowd cheering, the sounds of people bashing each other, heads exploding, stuff like that. All that stuff's in there, all the practical stuff, but they also incorporated the music and stuff into there. I was going to use the example of Baby Driver and how they do it. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's such a good movie. It's essentially just audio porn the entire time. And I will just pretty much just talk about that for the rest of the talk. I don't really want to do that, so I kind of start with all that. But how they integrate audio into that, that's 20 years in the making. Basically, started finding those songs 20 years ago and started making that. So that's how you do it, basically. And basically just play that, this is what we should be doing, and then everyone's just applauding for making this. So, first thing, how can we use audio? Support the visual. An example would be what we just saw in supports the visual. Mimic real life through audio, create sound world that supports the visual. Gunshots, stuff like that. Sound is a supporting character. So what I like to talk about that is audio. I like to think of it as another character in games and in movies and films and stuff like that. And you're a supporting character. You're there to help what's going on stage. You're here to help the main character. You're here to help with emotions. But when it's your turn to shine, just like any supporting actor, when it's your turn to be in front of the spotlight, you nail it. You're like, yeah, it's my turn. And then so you do it. So it's always supporting what's happening on the screen. And like things what we do in Dreams and stuff like that, which we'll show you a little bit later, like to help support what's going on. So there's an example of what a later this is what we'll talk about. So I won't go into it. Cliche. How do we use audio? We also use audio in a cliche. Effective for immediately connecting and to the audience. Creates a feeling of nostalgia, engages them by relying on the memory of previous texts, provides a sense of exclusivity for the audience. Now, these days, when I watch Star Wars, it's the new Star Wars, I just get huge, it's just overwhelming. Cliche of all things, and feeling great about it, and obviously never berries and stuff. I don't know if you guys watching South Park, but pretty much that whole last season was based all on everybody's cliche and stuff. Nostalgia was everyone's nostalgia of that. And an example of that is another good movie. I'm sure you've all seen Stranger Things. It's pretty much. I love how Stranger Things works. Some of you may not remember because you were too young, but Stranger Things is how we remember the 80s, not how the 80s was. So if you go back and watch Goonies or Twilight Zone now, you're just like, this is gross, it's so gross. So Stranger Things does it fantastically, and how they make it so it's like, this is how we remember it and how we want it to be. So, and how we do that, well, I personally do it a lot in our games. So if you play a lot of our games, if you have or not, there's actually an ode to all our games and each new game that we release. So college football, Rival Stars college football game, all the drumline music which I composed in it is actually playing all the other music. So it's college football, so you imagine drumline band. So they're actually playing all the songs that are in all our other games, but they're playing it as a big band drumline stuff. So I always incorporate that sort of stuff in our games. There's always little odes to characters, previous characters and stuff like that. I love to sneak all these Easter eggs in. and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. So it's one of those things that helps create those special moments. That's right. For people that play audio and stuff. Juxtaposition. This is something that I personally use a lot at Picklock, which is doing the complete opposite of what everybody is expecting the audio to be. So if you go into the game, etc., juxtaposition, let's look at the example. An artistic concept, as much as a musical one, putting two contradictory things together as an effect. We use this to create the atmosphere so different from the visual, it amuses or engages the viewer in some long-lasting way. Now, Doomsday Clicker is an example of that. So we'll go into a little bit of detail, but if you haven't played Doomsday Clicker, it's a post-apocalyptic game, and the world has just destroyed itself, and it's pretty hectic. I'll go into what I did with it later. So this is an example of juxtaposition. Anybody? What do you guys think? Why is that funny? Yeah.
It's gone from like sinister to like somebody picking up their data, from the
Love.
prom or something.
It's into a romance.
Yeah.
Love, they love each other. It's great. We should always be two men having a good time, destroying the world. Destroying young kids. Yeah, that is an example of a comedy, and that's something that I love to do. Is in trying to insert as much comedy into things as I can. I get, like, even in the most serious games, I'm always getting rated back to not put anything funny in there, but I always do somehow sneak something in. So there's a game coming out very soon. Any of you guys play Into the Dead? Yeah, good, yeah. Okay, yeah, well, there may be something coming out soon, or already is software. Yeah, there's a few Easter eggs in there as well, so which is a lot of fun to be able to have that creative control. Which is good. So, what's next? Okay, almost forgotten. The analysis of Doomsday Clicker monster Metropolis, and we harness music from virality. So, yeah. How much time have I got? Sorry. Oh, sorry, I was wondering how much time I had left.
You have 10 minutes.
Yeah. Sweet. So, what I'm trying to say is that music and audio songs become as popular as the game itself. So what happened with Doomsday Clicker is the theme song for that game became just as popular as the game itself. Don't believe me, it's fine, it's all good. We've got a little video here of our trailer. game went viral and went out because of just that song. People loved the song, people commented on the song. That's the hardest thing about music is, and sound, and any form of thing is that there is no data. There's no data for it. You don't, you kind of know if somebody mutes it, but you don't know why they've muted it or anything like that. So the only way that we get feedback on it is from people commenting on it. And people going, oh, I loved it, this is awesome, we can do more like this. So this is how we started getting stuff out. Like we thought, well, there's a little bit of a trend going on here, so we need to start, well, how about we start doing more and more and more and more to it, and more people got involved, and even T-Pain, of all people. Crazy as conversation we had, he was playing Winnie's Winner song, and he loved it, and he literally had it on, and just said, this is the best thing in the world. And then my boss got involved and I said, do you want to do a remix? And the boss was like, let's do it. And then he was like, I'm actually down at the end. Cannot go any further than that, can't tell you what's going on. But we're not expecting the T-Pain remix anyway, for that way. But, because that's what happened. And he plugged that, and then that got more people into it, because he was like, you gotta actually play this game from the song. So I'll play you the song that he was talking about, which is called The Winniest Winner. So basically what happens, you've just destroyed an entire city, and we wanted you to feel good about it. So this may be a little bit loud, so I'll just take that down. Play. Because when I first joined in, I was just like, wow, people, we wanted to take the Nicky out of them, and it was so good for just tapping the screen. Basically that's what we did, and we kind of did it in a way like that, and we expected people to laugh at it, but we didn't expect it for people to be going, this is the best song because I feel like a champion when I've won this thing. And I'm like, what? And so that's what happened. And T-Pain liked it, everyone liked it, and and that started us on the journey. This was before Doomsday Clicker and Dungeon Link and stuff like that. On the journey of, hey, there's something here. We can really start to let's insert more comedy music and comedy stuff into our games that obviously warranted, and we'll see what we can do. And so we did. So for this is the Doomsday Clicker. Monsters Ate My Metropolis and Way to Carnage Music from Reality. Across both games are familiar, relatable, but not commonly associated with these situations. Doomsday Clicker. Okay, so Doomsday Clicker was, if those of you who haven't played it, like I said, we saw the trailer of it, it was an apocalyptic world and everything was going crap. And so why do you guys think we chose jazz as it? That's what we chose. We chose jazz. The world's going to crap. And why do you think we chose jazz? And it was funny, that's why we wanted to do it, because things are going to hell, the world's going disgusting, and all I can think about is things are falling into gross. So, in Monsters Ate My Metropolis, why do you think that song there was very modelled on Elton John? So why do you think we chose Elton John and Disney and stuff like that? Same reason really, it's funny. That's why we did it. Pickpocket, I'm very lucky that Pickpocket allowed me to do all of this, I've got to say. It's funny, we just did it. So, lyrics. Using funny lyrics to create a juxtaposition in both cases, they made the game memorable and immerse the audience. People get really understand the words better than music. helps develop an earworm, but you have to be very careful. I'll go into what an earworm is a little bit later. But you've got to be careful with lyrics because you don't want them to be annoying, but you also, well, they do get annoying after a while, apparently. So what happens is that people come up to me and go, I really hate your song. I really hate it. I've heard it like 100 times. I really liked it, but now I hate the song. And it gets caught, you know, and what? It gets stuck in my head. And I can't get it out. And I'm like, cool, that's what we want. That's what we want. We want people to go, that song, they put the game down, and you're like, have you pushed the button? And you're going to play that song. You go back, when you and you go back, and you play that song. But to the point where it's fun, and it's 5 minutes. All right. She's not supposed to, it's supposed to be a bit more subtle than that. I'm not supposed to yell it out when she holds that the 5-minute thing. All right. Creating a sense of time and place. So a cold era, fear of nuclear fallout. Monsters, inspired by this poppy 80s visual of the game. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a unicorn that dances, so people help John. I don't know how I correlated that. Dungeon Keeper was used historical context of blues music to support the undertone of the whole game. So did you know that, I won't go into that, we haven't run out of time. So quickly go into what an earworm is. What is an earworm? So creating a good earworm for a game is essentially, it's one of the hardest things, because you don't want to be annoying, but you want it to be catchy. So an earworm is sometimes known as a brainworm. Sticky music or stuck song syndrome is a catchy piece of music that continually repeats through the person's mind after no longer playing. Phrases used to describe you include, or blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Now it's in your head. I can't say it, it's why I get one. And Bohemian Rhapsody was an example of one giant earworm. It's basically by just going, mama, everyone goes, ooh. And it's great. But yeah, earworms are very, 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 very handy. So, through. So the trick to a good earworm is keep it simple, stupid, like writing a joke, come up with 2 or 3 core concepts that match your aesthetic and punchline. Repetition, 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 but not so that it's not annoying, accessible, and impact. Examples are running a little bit out of time, for example. So we'll run over here. Why do games need quality music? Doesn't anyone just turn off the sound anyway? No, they don't. Music is an asset to your game. Good music is an asset to your game. It is non-annoyance. We want people to give people an excuse to turn their music back on again. When they get the chance, we want to go to turn it all back on again. That's why. So quality audio can change the consumer's experience of the game, boost sales, and keep them coming back. As we've explored, it can be used to create a waterfall talking point for your game. So we're creating audio for people that what it does is just makes people just love your game a lot more. In New Zealand, we specialise in making quality, unique boutique products for a premium market. We've always been very good at that. So, cliche, think outside the box. When you come to a project, just always go outside the box. And one thing I like to do, and something I always promote, is just don't be have fun, enjoy it. Thank you. So, just quickly, bit of thing. We're advertising. We're looking for a junior sound designer. If you know anybody, click me an email. So yeah, we want to join our team at Pickpock. We're looking for a junior sound designer. And questions.
Yes, really job.
It closes. It was what technically closes today. It's a junior sound designer role.
No, I was asking like specific musical experience.
Specific musical experience.
Like, do you have to play the piano?
No. It's sound designer.
Okay.
Sound designer role. So looking for somebody who can build things.
Oh.
Yeah. Build sound effects and effects and then. So yeah, questions.
If I wanted to like start out, sort of, what programs, like what peripherals would you recommend for someone who's like bottom, like working their way up, kind of figure this out?
To create.
Yeah, sorry, creating.
Whatever you're comfortable with. This is the thing. a lot of people like with doors and what door should I use, what stuff should I use. I started out with Pro Tools and then I tailored it, and then I moved into Logic, and now I'm kind of starting to hate Logic, now I'm moving into Studio One. What are you comfortable with? What do you use?
Well, I don't know how to play piano, so
That's
looking for
fine.
something
Neither do
that I can sort of cut things rather than
Yeah,
cut in like samples and stuff.
MIDI and stuff like that. Yeah. No. No, I don't play piano. I can't play piano to save myself. I'm a drummer, and that's what I do. I think it's good. So I'm lucky. I'm in a position where I can pay people to do that for me. But if you don't, just get your friend, come around, hey, how's the idea, play some stuff, do this and stuff. So I would recommend whatever you're most comfortable using. I can't tell anybody what to use. Just get yourself a good pair of monitors, good computer that works well, and then just learn your craft, bury yourself in it, die in it, just like become music, and then you'll be. It's pretty easy. Any other questions?
Maybe one more?
One more? I've got business cards here as well, so if you guys want to hit me up for work, I know there'll be a few. And I'm always up for a chat because I'm not a dick bro, so come over and come and chat to me. I'll be around and say hello. And it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.